So I actually have a question for you, Janae, and it has to do with change. Okay.
What's up?
Dallas got significantly better when they brought in Dan Quinn. Yes. And he is rumored to be one of the hot coaches. Josina Anderson said she's hearing that one of the NFC East teams is going to make a very surprising move when it comes to the coaches. Do you think Dallas could potentially sit here and say, we can't lose Dan Quinn? We can lose Mike McCarthy, but we can't lose Dan Quinn. Who do you think is the head coach of Dallas going into 2024?
That's tough. That's very tough. How do you fire a coach that's now going to get you 3 consecutive seasons of 12-5?
Yeah.
How do you fire a coach and then take the risk? Because we do remember Dan Quinn had a good season with Atlanta, a good season, right?
Yeah.
Let's not forget the one season.
Correct.
That Ryan played amazing. They got to the Super Bowl, did not win, but they got there.
Right.
That happened. Do you take the risk of making Dan Quinn the coach and then it doesn't work out? And maybe it works for the defense. The defense they definitely have something. But I think it helps us. Y'all see Dak is playing out of control. I cannot not say that's not due to Mike McCarthy taking full control of the offense. Now, clock management, we're always gonna deal with that because Mike McCarthy sucks at clock management. Mm-hmm. But what he is good at is freaking developing a quarterback. Dak Prescott looks the best he's ever been. I would not change that due to the fact that we're probably getting ready to pay Dak. Mm-hmm. And with you saying, and I also think we will offer Dan Quinn enough money to not want to deal with the pressure of being a head coach. I think he enjoys being an assistant coach. He still gets just as much recognition for Dallas as Mike McCarthy. It's literally Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn. You are getting the credit. Mm-hmm. I don't see you going to another team so you can not do all that great. It doesn't conform with other things. Like, same thing with your coach. Rivera was not great with Carolina, and then you picked him up thinking that he would change culture. Mm-hmm. It doesn't work that way.
Right.
I think that Dan Quinn is a dynamic defensive coordinator, and that's what he is. Mm-hmm. I think that he's perfect with us. We got enough money to make sure he stays with us, and I think that he likes coaching our boys. They've gotten better and better and better. You're developing Micah Parsons. You're developing these top defensive players that we never even heard of. They're just coming out the woodworks. Right. Our defense is like you're hearing a new name, a sack, Bland. Right. You remember nobody wanted Bland?
5th round pick.
Come on. Yeah. Nobody wanted Bland. Look at him. He's got the record. You know, he's tied up. You're developing players that we would never even hear of. You're getting the credit that's due. I don't think it's smart to get rid of Mike McCarthy. I just think 3 consecutive seasons he's been the head coach, and they're all 12-5. I just don't see you. Just like Tomlin, you got the winning seasons. Why fire a coach? It's hard to find a coach that can get you 12-5.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah. We know that. But honestly, and I completely agree. Now, obviously, us being in division, we would not want you to keep him because of how dominant that defense is. But it's almost like EB leaving Kansas City. Everybody's clamoring like, oh, get EB, get EB. And then as soon as you bring him to a team that is not as equipped as a team he had before, you see how he is.
Dun, 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 dun,
dun. Let's go. The Washington Commanders. There it is.